If the US Pokemon market has you scared, that's okay, because in today's video, we're going to be talking about some Japanese cards in the Japanese market that nobody's talking about. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It's Ken here at Cantstaymoored Collecting and CSMcollecting.com, where I am a four-figure eBay seller and open up my own website to sell Japanese Pokemon products and US Pokemon products on CSMcollecting.com. I only started my eBay selling in the end of 2024. I've enjoyed it. I'm using all the profits I get off my eBay to turn right back into my business. So that's why I felt comfortable and confident opening up my own Pokemon store website starting in March of 2025. But in this video today, we're really going to be talking about the Japanese market, some of the sets that I'm going to be selling on my website, as well as the market value of some of these cards in these sets, just because that is where I feel like they may not be the next big thing, but I can definitely continue to see this trend on the upward swing for the Japanese product. But before we get into these cards, we're going to talk about the cards and sets. We're going to talk about the email I woke up to this morning. I was talking about Glory of Team Rocket. My distributor in Japan is only going to sell it at first come, first served basis. They're not allowing anybody to put holds on a quantity of product. Which is just amusing to me because that just tells me that it's so hot that they can't hold it for anybody, which is good, but at the same time, it's kind of bad because that set is going for about $220, $230 right now, and it's only going up. If it's only going up from now, it may be a $300 box at some point, and that $300 box is what some U.S. product does. So for a Japanese product to hit $300 is kind of big. The other kind of thing that I'm hesitant on buying some Glory Team Rocket, hesitant on buying Heat Wave, hesitant on buying Battle Partners. It's because when Battle Partners first came out, it was about $125 a box with a promo, about $100 without a promo, and that has dropped significantly since then. So I don't really want to buy Battle Partners yet. And then same for Heat Wave. When Heat Wave first pre-ordered, it was about $135 a box, and it's a little bit less now. It's probably about that 115 to 120 range. So I just continue to see those sets go down. But with this Glory Team Rocket coming out for about 220, 230, I wonder if that's going to swing on the up here shortly. But that is kind of where I'm at with the Japanese market right now. When I decided to open up my website and I was talking with my distributor, I said, hey, I don't have a large plethora of money to be thrown at this right now. I kind of need to start small and grow. And we talked about some sets, and some of these sets that we're talking about today's video are the sets that I'm going to be selling because of the conversations that we had. So without any further ado, let's get into the sets. So first one is going to be Cyber Judge. Cyber Judge is not really a commonly known set that I've heard a lot about, but I looked at it. Price point was good for me, and they have some really nice cards with some really nice value. So first one is going to be the Iron Boulder EX. Back in December, again, this card is roughly going to be a $10 card. $10 $40 card. It's up 33%, so it's up to about a $14 card now. For a card that's pretty nice looking. It has some nice color to it. Has a lot going on, and just Japanese cards just tend to look better in my opinion, even though the US ones are identical. That like the Japanese ones just look better. Not only do they look better, they tend to grade better. And I found that personally when I conducted my own PSA submission for Pokemon and sports cards. I have a video on that, so please make sure you take a look at that one as well. But all my Japanese product came back 10s, while my US did not. So it just tends to grade better. Next card we're going to talk about is going to be the Deerling. A lot going on in this card. A lot of beautiful colors, a lot of pop going on. For those that don't know, Deerling, it's a seasonal Pokemon, so it evolves based off the season that you evolve it in or that you catch it in, and it's a beautiful card. And this card was a $3 card. It is now a $6 card. It is up 89% in 3 months. I would not be surprised if this card hits a $10 card, nor would I be surprised if this card is graded. It is a $60 to $100 card. Swasluck is what it evolves into, is another one of those, a lot of colors, beautiful card. And then if you scroll down, It was a less than $3 card back in December. Hit a peak of about 11, almost $12 beginning or middle of February, and is now kind of settled around that $10 mark. But it is an increase of 255% in 3 months on this card for a set that nobody's talking about. The next one we're going to be talking about is the Metagross. Season, you kind of already showed a preview, but it's a winter Pokemon. I thought this card was going to do more movement over a winter time frame than anything else. But if you go down again, if you look in December, this was a $2 card. In February, this is almost a $5 card. 130% increase in 3 months for a set again that nobody is talking about, and I love it. The last one we're going to be talking about for Cyber Judge, or not last one, but couple of ones left for Cyber Judge is going to be Litten. I bought Litten middle of February just because I think it was a beautiful card. I saw the English version. Somebody wanted close to $25, $30 for it. I was like, absolutely not. No, thank you. So I found the Japanese version for about $3, and now it is a $7 card. It is up 256%. I've seen this card graded US sell for over 100. So I'm not going to be surprised if this hits a $50 to $100 card graded for Japanese. And then the last one out of the Cyber Judge set that I'm going to talk about here is going to be the Lickitung. It's a beautiful card in my opinion. I think Lickitung is one of my most entertaining Pokemon for many reasons, but this one's just a beautiful card in general. And it is up $3. It was a $1.50 card in December. It is now up to $3.51. So 123% increase for a Lickitung. Next one's going to be that Greninja, right? So Greninja is one of the chase cards in the US sets, and it is a chase card for Japanese as well. Kind of skewed on this one, but it started out as a $122 card, and it is up to a $164 card, which I like to see personally because I think this is a beautiful card. I'm currently in the process of getting one of these myself, but I'm getting it graded, already graded, so I'm going to be spending a little bit more money than I would buy it for raw. But it's just a beautiful card, and then the US version goes for double this, or almost double of this. So if you can pick up this card for 160 in Japanese, I 100% would, just because the US version, again, doesn't tend to grade as well as Japanese product does, and it's just a beautiful card to begin with. And this card is out of the Crimson Haze set, so this next set I'm going to be selling on my website is Crimson Haze. So Cyber Judge, Crimson Haze, and next in the Crimson Haze is Eevee. Eevee is really hot right now with Prismatic Evolutions, with Terrestrial Festival, with Moonbryon, Sunbryon. Everybody loves the Eevee and the Eevee Evolutions. So I'm not surprised to see this card being a $28 card. But if you notice, again, December, $12 card. February, March now, $18 card. It's up 41%. While the US version is a little bit higher than that. But I have seen the US version one kind of come down a little bit while the Japanese one continues to go up. The next one is Infernape. I was at a card show. I kind of talked about it in one of my other videos, and I picked this card up because I think it looks nice. I was with my kids. Got it as part of a lot. Buyer's remorse on the lot, but it is what it is. But I do like this card, and I wish I would have done more research prior to that point. Because if I could have gotten this card for $3, I 100% would, instead of paying for what I did, close to $15, $18 for this card in English. But again, common trend for all of this, right? This is a $2 card in December. It is now a $3 card, up 94% in 3 months. Beautiful card. Again, I have it in English. I wish I would have spent the $3 for Japanese version. That's going to grade better for me in the long run. The next one is going to be that a Growlithe. I can't talk tonight. Forgive me. It's a beautiful card. I like this card. I play Pokemon Go. When I see this Pokemon in Pokemon Go, I always catch it anyway. It was a $2.50 260-cent card back in December, up 118% to 574. So really good value, really good growth on this card. Again, out of a Crimson Haze set that nobody's really talking about. The next set we're going to be talking about is the Night Wanderer, which is the equivalent to Shrouded Fable for U.S. product. The Dust Skull is going to be one of the cards I talk about because I know it. I had two of them in the U.S. They're in English version. I graded one. I sold one raw. These were going, my graded one sold for about $45, $50. My raw one sold for about $35. Japanese card in December, it's $5 card. Peaked up to about a $14, almost $15 card, and then is now kind of settling down at about a $12 card, but it's still 120% increase for a card that does really well. I think if this was a graded card, if I had this as a graded 10, I would still probably make 200%, almost 300% profit based off this card. The other set of the Night Wonder is the Houndoom. Houndoom was a really hot card recently on the U.S. side, so those prices spiked for the U.S. side. I didn't really take too much of a look, but you can kind of see it did it with the Japanese products as well. It was a $3 card back in December. Mid-February, it was $12, almost $13 card with a 300% or 280%. I won't round it up. 280% increase, and then kind of leveled back out, and it's about still 160% increase on a Houndoom card. Beautiful card. The next big one is Cresselia. I personally bought 10 copies of this card. I'm going to get them graded through tag, but I just love this card. I think it's a beautiful card. And I bought this card for less than $3 card. And you can see here on TCG Player, it's over a $7 card. So $3, $3, $3, and then it shoots up and is now up to about a $7 card, which is about 115 to 100% increase on this card. This is a beautiful card. I'm hoping I can get some 10s and get this turned around and make a decent profit. The next one is going to be the Transformation Mask set out of that I'm going to be purchasing. Not a whole lot of cards out of this set that I really knew or familiar with. There's a lot of the masks, the Whispering Mask, and all those mask cards, but the full art cards that I really liked were this Chansey. And this Chansey started at about a $2 card, $3 card. It is now up to about an $8 card. The next card that we're going to be talking about, the Tatsugiri, is out of the Transformation Mask set. Again, going back to the Swasbuck and Deerling cards, a lot of colors, a lot of pop going on in this card. And then if you look at it back in December, it's less than a $5 card. Now it's a $9 card, up 80%. So a lot of value in this card. The card's going up. Not a personal favorite of mine, but it is still a beautiful card. And then one of the last cards out of the set is going to be the Sunflora. I do think this is a beautiful card. It's very light, colorful, just warm card in my opinion. And then you can kind of see this trend. Less than a $1 card back in December is now over a $2 card, up 113%. And it's a very beautiful card. And then the last set that I'm going to be selling on my website is going to be the Shiny Treasure EX. Everybody loves the Bubble Mew. It's over a $300 card in the US. And it is when it first came out, it was less than a $100 card, and is now almost a $200 card, up 92%. The Charizard EX, or as I like to call it, the Shiny Charizard, just because the black Charizard is always in the Shiny Charizard to me. I'm sure it is to everybody else. When this card first came out, it was an $88 card. It is now a $126 card, up 31%. Not a huge jump on this card, but there is a lot of value to this card. I see this card sought after a lot in the US as well as Japanese. And then the Gardevoir EX. Again, this is another one of those highly sought after US cards that the Japanese market just tends to do well, tends to do better. But this card is creeping up in price. It was less than a $45 card back in December. It is now a $90 or $80 card now, so up 70% in 3 months. Beautiful card. And the last card I'm going to be talking about today is going to be the Mimikyu out of Shiny Treasure. I had this in the US set. I sold it recently. for about $6, maybe $7. And then looking at the Japanese version, it is a $8 card. So I can only imagine the US version is probably $14-15 card now. But when this card first came out, $3, or back in December, this $3 card is now $8 card, up 144%. So all the cards we talked about today are massive increases, 30% up on card value. Why is that important? Because card value continues to go up for the Japanese product, which continues to raise the prices. That's good for Japanese products to start getting recognition for being quality products, but that could be bad for consumers as well as sellers like myself, because that just means Japanese product is going up. That means U.S. product is going up. That means people are going to start wanting to buy cards less because they're not going to be able to afford as much. So we might see the market come down here shortly. I personally will not be overly hurt by that because I still have some good quality products selling, and I think the card values are going to speak for themselves. I have an order of about 20 Japanese cards coming that I'm going to turn around and grade with tag. As I kind of previously stated in some of my videos, all my Pokemon cards are now going to be going through tag. Even with tag's recent change of a $20 or 20 card minimum submission for their cheapest option, which is still going to be better than what PSA has. If you like this video, please make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time.